Hi, and welcome to Momza Yoga. If you've been experiencing extreme fatigue, you've probably been undergoing extreme stress. Counterintuitively, you don't want a yoga practice that's going to be really energetic and invigorating to wake you up when you feel like this. You want a series of poses that are designed to turn off the stress response in your body. This is a restorative yoga flow. It's really more holding poses. I recommend you do this around midday when your energy levels start to tank, and maybe again in the evening before bed. You're going to need a bolster or several cushions, a block, a chair, and a yoga mat. I hope you enjoy this video. We'll start with our chair and cushions. Sit in an easy cross-legged position, facing your chair a few inches away. Try to keep a long spine as you lean forward and rest your arms and chest on the chair, letting your head turn to whichever side feels natural and comfortable to you. Take any additional adjustments you need here to feel comfortable, including changing your distance from the chair or the number of cushions. You'll know you found the right position when you can keep a long and relaxed spine while leaning forward on the cushions. Bring your attention to your breathing, allowing your belly to gently release outward on the inhale and move back in toward the spine on the exhale. And begin to deepen your inhales even more, allowing it to move the belly outward and then spill over into the chest. Letting this deep inhale move the chest outward in all directions. And let your exhale be gentle and passive. And I wonder if you can deepen your inhales even more, expanding the belly out, expanding the chest outward in all directions. And now let this inhale spill into the upper back and neck, as though the breath is lifting the spinal column up toward the head, putting gentle traction on the spine. Deep breathing helps stimulate the vagus nerve, turning on the part of the nervous system that promotes relaxation and quieting the stress response. As you continue in this restorative pose, continue to keep your focus on your breath. Letting the deep inhale begin in the belly, expand to the chest, and continue up the spine to the head. If at any point this method of deep breathing through the belly and the chest and the upper back becomes distracting or uncomfortable, go ahead and breathe in whatever way is comfortable for you. Let your eyes flutter open. Gently release your arms down to your sides. Take any movements or wiggles you need here. It may feel good to make some small rolls with your head or your shoulders, releasing any tension that's built up. Move your chair off to the side now and place your bolster or cushions lengthwise on the mat. Come to sit on the mat with your right hip perpendicular to the bottom of your bolster or cushion. Lean forward and place your hands on the ground on either side of the bolster, and lower your chest and rib cage down to the bolster, bending the knees in. Make sure your abdomen isn't on the bolster, and that the bolster is in line with your lower ribs. Take your time to make any adjustments you need to get comfy. You may need to move the bolster a bit further away from you or closer to you to make sure that the bottom edge is lining up with your lower rib cage. This is a spinal twist supported on the bolster. Spinal twisting massages the liver and kidneys, improving blood flow to them and aiding them in removing stress hormones from the body. Continue playing with the 3-part breathing that we practiced in the first pose, allowing a deep breath to soften the belly out, spill over into the chest, and rise up the spine toward the head. Gently, passively exhaling your breath. Time to flutter your eyes open. Press your palms into the floor and push yourself upright. To take the spinal twist to the other side, come to sit on your mat facing the opposite side. Shift your weight onto your left hip now, lining the left hip up with the base of the bolster. Place your hands on the floor on either side of the bolster and lower your chest and ribs down, making sure again that the bottom base of the bolster lines up with your lower ribs, bending your knees in towards your chest, and take any adjustments you need here to be comfortable. Take a moment to check in with your breathing. Notice how it feels. Does it feel free and even? Or does it feel tight or constrained anywhere? Maybe return your focus to your 3-part breathing, relaxing the belly outward, expanding the chest outward, and letting the breath Lift the spinal column up towards the head, and then gently, slowly exhale. Allow the eyes to open. Press your palms into the ground to push yourself upright. To transition to the next pose, have your yoga block nearby and come to lie on your back on the mat with your knees bent and your feet flat on the mat. The feet should be a hip's width distance apart. Place your arms alongside your body with the palms facing the mat. Make sure your fingertips just graze your heels. This will ensure that your feet, knees, and hips are all in the correct position. Grab your block, press through your feet into the mat as you lift your hips up toward the ceiling and place your yoga block under your sacrum. You can use whichever height of the block is comfortable for you. I recommend the medium level. Take your time to adjust the position of the block so it's under the bony part of your sacrum, somewhere between the low back and above the tailbone below. Take any wiggles you need, maybe roll your shoulder blades down your back. Sometimes it feels good to open the mouth wide here, just to stretch the jaw a little bit. Make sure you're not clenching in your buttocks or clenching in your jaw. Make sure your toes can wiggle, that you're not holding tension in your feet. The purpose of this pose is to lift the level of the hips higher than the heart, not to feel any strain in the back or any clenching. Inverting like this stimulates special receptors in the neck, which can help turn down the sympathetic nervous system, resulting in decreased stress hormones. Revisit your 3-part breathing here. Inhaling, the belly softens outward. The rib cage opens outward in all directions. And the breath travels up the spine towards the top of the head. And even if it feels frustrating, like you're not doing anything with these poses, know and trust that they're designed to help turn down your stress response in your body, so that you can start feeling more refreshed and less overtaxed. Open your eyes. Lift your hips up off the block, removing the block, and then slowly lower your hips and back down to the mat. Take a moment to hug your knees into your chest. Maybe take a few rolls forwards and backwards or side to side, massaging out the spine. Let your legs lower down to the mat so that you're lying flat on your back. Find your bolster or cushions and place it to the left side at the level of your hips. Bend your right knee in and roll to your left, letting the right knee rest on the bolster. Your arms will be out in a T formation. Let your head turn to the right. This supported spinal twist helps protect the low back while still getting the benefits of a twist. As always, try to deepen your inhale. You may notice how deep breathing in a twist can help deepen the twist. The inhale creates a little more space, and on the exhale, the body can shift and settle into that space. Support your right knee with your hands as you lift it off the bolster and roll onto your back, bringing both your feet flat to the floor now. Take your bolster or cushions and move them to the other side of you. And then hug your knees into your chest again, taking any motions that are nourishing to you right now, any stretches, any rolls. Maybe wiggle the toes and loosen the jaw again. Return your feet to the floor. Stretch your right leg out flat, keeping the left knee bent. And now roll to the right, resting the left knee on the bolster. Arms are out in a T position. And now let the head turn towards the left. Use your deep breathing to investigate any tight spaces. Remember that deep breathing opens up space in your body. Support your left knee with your hands as you come out of the twist, rolling onto your back. Put both your feet on the floor and hug your knees into your chest. Again, taking any movements right now that feel good to you, rolling side to side or forwards or back. And return the knees to the floor and roll either to the left or the right onto your side, and use your arms to gently push yourself upright to a seated position. For our final pose, bring your bolster and place it flush to the wall. Come to have a seat so that either your right side or your left side is touching the wall. Placing your hands on the ground behind you for support, pivot so that your bottom is touching the wall and the legs travel up the wall. Use your arms to gently lower your torso down to the floor. Take any adjustments you need for comfort. The bottom should be touching the wall as much as you can, and the hips are slightly elevated on the bolster or cushions. The arms are optional here. If you want a slight shoulder opener, then you can place them in the goalpost position that's shown in the video. You might enjoy placing one hand on your heart and one on your abdomen. Really, any position for the arms is fine in this pose as long as it feels nourishing and relaxing. Continue to work with your 3-part breathing, inhaling your belly outward, expanding the chest out in all directions, and finally letting the inhale travel up the back and neck. Exhales are natural and passive. Let the eyes flutter open. Wiggle the toes and fingers a little. And to come out of this pose, bend your knees in towards your chest. Gently roll onto your left or your right side. I hope these poses help calm your nervous system and restore some balance and energy to your body. I recommend doing these poses twice a day for at least a week to get the maximum benefit. If you did enjoy this video, please consider liking and subscribing. Thank you for joining me today, and stay safe.